story came because I was part of I was working in a place where there used to be this guy who used to play soccer every Sunday, and he had started this group called Juhu Beach United. And every Sunday they used to play very religiously. And in fact, for them, this whole Sunday thing was very important. The whole thing they would talk about all through the week was, you're coming on Sunday, are you coming on Sunday? So I used to go out with them and used to play. So the idea came much later down the line when I just thought, what would happen to these guys if they just couldn't get one Sunday to play anywhere? So that's when it started.
So they were not able to play. I mean, is there really a concern about space in Bombay?
Oh yeah, huge. I mean, one doesn't need to say it. So people are finding smaller, any space to play or do anything they can. But if you saw the song, you see Juhu Beach on a Sunday, and it's packed, and there's no space for anybody, and there's no real place for people. Now they're having a lot of, so they're saying that football, so they're having this football, 5x5, small cages they make to play, and they're very expensive.
Yeah.
Even
artificial Belgium turfs that they are setting up across the city in any space.
So there is that one huge park. Is it called Azad Maidan or something in South Bombay? Yeah. But they only play cricket there. There's no.
Oh yeah, that's exclusive for cricket. The pitches there and
really
you can't play football.
Yeah.
This, actually, there was this fight which is happening in that society, right? They're saying you're playing football and cricket. So that's a truth story. So there was this bunch of guys playing football at Shivaji Park, which is a big cricket ground, and so a lot of the local guys came and stopped them and said, why are you playing a foreigner's game? Why aren't you playing an Indian game like cricket? And so that was ironic.
But the cricket is an Indian game, yes. I see. And tell us about developing the whole idea with such a large ensemble cast, bringing it together in terms of all the characters that you develop. It's really fascinating.
So, when I started writing it, though, I wanted to make it more than just football, because I don't play that often. So I wanted to bring something from my life into the story, and I was wondering what it's going to be about. And so I started looking back at my life, and I have had a lot of positive influences, despite of many setbacks I've had in my life. And so I thought I need to put that on paper. And so mostly I took all my friends, and so most of the characters are people I know, or my close friends, or incidents that have happened to me, and I kind of put them together in this film. And so I wanted to make it more personal and not just about football, and not just about...
Tell us about the cast and these two beautiful ladies that you cast. Very talented and beautiful ladies.
Well, so the biggest, the only challenge for us was really casting. And me and Varun had decided that if we don't get the right cast, we'll not go ahead with the film. We had the funds ready, but then for me, the bigger problem was really getting the actors, and then getting actors on board who would understand, be close to the characters. Rasika, I think, had come one day, and so long back, I think we had a reading for Rasika. And I didn't tell her any part or anything like that, and she just heard the script and said, can I play the Tasneem's part? I said, wow, that's great. And so I think that's how Rasika came on board. And Shahana, I think, happened only... Shahana, I think, happened because it was very random. Somebody said, what about Shahana Goswami? I said, yeah, she's in Paris. So I said, it's not going to happen, and and I had this, honestly, Shahana's the kind of film she's done, I thought she's going to be one of the intense actors, who's like, what's my role, where's my... So I said, no, not Shahana, nahi hoga. And somebody got us in touch, and then I did a Skype chat with her. And we sent her the script. Actually, all the actors were given the script in total. All 14 of them were given the script, and each of them was told that this is the script, this is your part, come on board only if you like what you read. So Shahana was given the script, and I think we just had a chat, and she really loved the script. But on the Skype call, she was very different, and she was what she is. And so then we realized, okay, and then me and my DP, we sat together, and we really thought she was very good. Yeah, so that happened.
And one of your actors, Varun Sopti, who I'm beginning to learn is such a huge person. I, in fact, was referring to, I had to mention to Varun, he seemed like a male Priyanka Chopra, really. Every time you guys post something on Twitter and you tag me, there are hundreds and hundreds of retweets and retweets, and you know, I keep thinking like maybe I'm also becoming famous because of them. Really, but no, they're not starting to follow me. But that's it. It's really cool.
So Barun Sobhani, even I didn't know that. So let me just tell you, because when I met him, so somebody told him, so again there was a lot of some amazing coincidence happened, but I met him. But when I met him, what I liked about him was, as a person, he's very close to this character. You know, he really is far more simple person. And this part of television, I mean, he doesn't really have that whole aura of, what you think would happen to television actors. And not that I'm disparaging anybody, but you know, it's just you have your own kind of preconceived notions. So it's only when we started shooting and something happened and suddenly we saw this huge spot and we realized this guy is very big. So we were like, yeah, it was a bit freaky.
That's great. It's great to sell the film. So Shahana, I'm really curious. Did these people actually make you sit at the edge of the tall building? Because I have such a fear of heights that watching it now, and I watched the film I think once before, I get so queasy and I'm like, my God, she's so natural. I was so worried the ring is going to fall. So it wasn't, right? It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was an actual tall building. It was an actual tall building, but like you know, in various terraces in India, you have a second level. So we were sitting on the second level, so therefore it was just like a 6 feet fall if we had one.
6 feet that also, my God, what a risk you were taking.
They would have at the most broken their necks.
20 feet, of course. Oh yeah, probably.
Now she's scared.
I mean, generally I'm not scared.
Don't you guys have to get insurance for your beautiful actors? I mean,
Low budget.
We're feisty people, we can take care of ourselves.
but tell us about your character, Shahana.
I really liked, well, first thing I really loved about the script was the fact that the way we speak in the film is exactly how we speak. A lot of us in the, urban centers, we all speak like that, and I feel like that never gets shown in films because of there being a need to adhere to being a Hindi film or an English film, and this to me was exactly the way, and this was exactly how Milind wrote it. It was in the script written like this, so that was something that really drew me to it. And towards my own character, well, one of the things is, like he said, for the first time, I'm in a film where I'm smiling in every scene. And I was thrilled to be able to play a kind of romantic interest to someone and be smiling. I was like, wow, after 12 years, I get to do something which is closer to who I am. So that was one thing. And also the fact that I feel all the women in the film, they're all very independent, happy, secure women, and we were talking about it all the time about how actually the women have more serious or compelling situations in their life, but they are all easygoing and like she says, it's life, it's fine. And the guys have smaller problems, but they make a big deal about it. So I just thought it was quite representative of life, So I just really liked all the characters actually, and I was really happy to play somebody. Milind's instructions to me were just be yourself. In the scene that we did on the terrace, I remember him saying, coming in, because we were doing it many times and it was a long scene, and he would come and say, hey, what are you doing here? Do yourself now, do yourself. So I was happy that I could play something where I was using some part of myself.
That's cool. So Rasika, just before the film started, we were talking about some friends and connections we have, and I know you're married to a wonderful guy. Have you ever lived in a building where there's a tall, handsome guy living above you and who just keeps dropping by?
I'm surprised that hasn't happened in Bombay.
So anyway, tell us about your character and how you played it.
I thought when I read the script that there was this character who had a very weird sense of humor. And that's what I liked about her. Like, she had this little crazy, weird sense of humor. And, most of the parts written for women are written as if they never have a sense of humor. So here there was somebody who had a sense of humor and a little crazy sense of humor. So that's what I liked about the part. It stood out to me in the script. And like Milind said, that they were actually talking to me about another part earlier, and I said I want to do this one.
Was it a fun shoot?
I actually had a lot of fun shooting with the kids. They are actually hearing impaired.
Oh, really?
And,
Okay.
They are from a school in Goregaon. And so I learned a little bit of sign language
Wow.
for the film, and I had a lot of fun communicating with them. So they were really lovely. That was a very
Did you insist to Varun and Milind they should change the script and take you also to Goa?
No, I've negotiated with Milind that he's going to shoot an entire film with me in Goa.
Sequel.
I was wondering whether it took you